Hello,
Buongiorno.
Welcome. Nice. That's an
Thank you so much.
That's an excellent way to enter a call. Just like, let us know that you're here.
Oh, here's one.
Yeah, that's nice. Welcome.
Oh, noble seigneur, salut. Noble seigneur, salut. Seigneur.
This is how Chrissellene starts every call. That was amazing. I had a great time.
Well, then I don't have to.
Yeah, taught me a lot about just how to enter a phone call. To be honest, I've been doing it wrong the whole time. It's so easy to underestimate and undervalue the voice. Do you know what I mean? Like the ability to communicate is arguably one of the greatest and most important gifts we have, you know, and to be blessed with. Obviously, there are some people who, you know, have to rely on you know, sign language. They don't have the use of their voice, but like for people who do, like it's anything, whether you're trying to communicate with your, you know, your spouse, your boss at work, your team, you know, it spills into every area. And if you can't learn how to use your voice, and in your case, Chrissellene, to protect your voice over time, because it, you know, it can be damaged. And like you say, this is one of the things you discovered. And it's so easy. Like, I think until we met Chrissellene, like I had never really considered that. I hadn't really considered like just how important the voice is. And it's only when, you know, I was looking through all the kind of testimonials you've had from students over the years, and there's literally everyone, right? Just from professionals to lawyers and doctors to singers to actors and Broadway musicians. It's like everyone. It's not just like, you know, I was thinking it was just singers, you know, but it's everyone from all walks of life, because it is so important. Just your story of kind of discovering, like, or how you stumbled across this whole thing, like where this all came from. Yeah.
Well, you heard how I sing, right? So I auditioned, I got into the Vienna State Opera, and that's the first part. The second part was my voice was getting a bit choked. I said, you know what? I've got to figure out what's going wrong. The voice, the high notes were leaving me. It didn't sound like it did right now. And I'm a whole lot older right now than back then. But I had to figure out what in the world happened to my voice and why wasn't it working? So what did I end up doing? I ended up filling out all my contracts. I sang all over, and I said, I got to come home and I have to figure out what is it that I wasn't taught. So what did I do? My father, he's an ears, nose, throat surgeon. Come on, Dad. Fix it. My high notes are weak. My low notes are cracking. I don't have any intensity, no power. Fix it. And he goes, say ah. Ah. I goes, I can't help you. I'm like, come on, Dad. What are you talking about? You don't have any pathology, Chrissellene. Pathology. You don't have any sickness. You don't have any white spots. You have nothing a medical doctor can help you with. What you have is dysfunction. I'm going, okay, I don't know what that means, Dad. He goes, well, you're going to have to figure that out on your own. So my entire life shifted, and I ended up doing extensive scientific research, like a mad scientist, to figure out what happened to my voice. After decades of research and teaching, here's what I know to be true. In order to achieve optimum vocal production, you must unconditionally be aware of, and you have to be in control technically and emotionally to everything happening inside you if you wish to have a successful career. You have to learn. You have to appreciate the voice, how it functions, every detail. I was never taught that. You have to know the anatomy. I was never taught that. But another thing I came into a very equal realization is, how can you perform and sustain a career if you have all these interfering emotions? Aren't you subjected to and you're bombarded with criticism, comments and criticisms? I was always subject to that. I'm sure all of you live through comments and criticisms. So I started developing a system that I call the 7 commands to vocal mastery. And they ended up being the core to the evidence-based science that'll build your strong voice that you just heard. It's built on scientific facts. So I bet you're curious what they are. Number 1 is posture. Looking the way you two look right now, your voices would go out of whack because you're. Tom, say thank you for noticing.
Thank you very much for noticing.
But the last part of this,
I made a real effort.
well, he knows. Tom knows what I'm up to because I will poke and probe at you, and if you're offended, that means you took it personally. The second part of what I teach is the ability to not take things personally. So I'll pick on Tom because he sort of gets it, but I'll be nice to you.
I'm the guinea pig.
So posture, you must mindful of posture, especially your head. So if you're talking all day long, for example, if Tom is talking and he's looking down, he's crushing on his larynx and he's hurting himself. And he needs to realize. Another thing is you're on the phone. Don't ever do this. You're crushing your larynx. You have to stay in a position. So if I could demonstrate, you'll see. There's not a whole lot of room.
Is that damaging over time, Chrissellene? So, like,
Yes.
obviously, if you are kind of leaning on the phone, is that having like permanent? Okay.
Yes, you are deforming the vocal folds. As simple as you think posture is, you're deforming it. And you saw, no matter, I couldn't go very far up or down before it went wacko. It got choked. The sound stopped. So you can imagine when a singer is with a mic and they're singing da 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 da. I go, oh no. It's going to get strangled pretty soon. So posture is very powerful. In fact, all 7 of these are scientifically proven powerful muscles that we must be aware of and strengthen. So the second one is, of course, you have to inhale, guys. Then I'd like for you to take a big breath. Take a big breath. You see?
Do I let it go? Or should I just keep this forever?
Oh, please. Let go.
Ben's like turning blue over here.
So, Ben, congratulations.
Well, that helped my posture as well.
You are a normal human being.
I'm a normal human being. Well, you can say that.
And your shoulders went up. Okay? You went. That's how 99.99% of untrained people breathe. Congratulations, you're normal.
That's good.
You
Okay.
cannot do that.
I thought that was a strength. Is that a weird thing to do? Is that bad?
That's bad.
Oh.
It's normal, but it's bad.
It's normal.
Trust these shoulders.
Everybody does it. It's normal. But we have to learn how to inhale into 6 areas, which is the lower front, the middle front, the lower sides, the middle sides, the lower back, and the middle back. And this is not normal. So this is really studied, and you have to work on it every day because you're going against human nature. It's not natural to inhale in all 6 areas. So that is a learned skill. In fact, all of these are. The next one, now that when you inhaled, you went, so can I exhale? Did you see what you did? Your rib cage went down, the air came out. Well, you can't do that as a singer, a performer, or someone who supports the voice. That's natural what you did. The proper exhalation is you must learn how to use your abdominal muscles to pull inward and your lumbar muscles to stay down and out. Some more scientific facts that are proven to give you a very powerful airflow. And of course, with practice and practice and practice, you're able to do it. Meanwhile, that throat. How many people have any idea what they're doing with their throats. Not even singers know. Do you know that both of you all day long are talking on a closed throat? You don't know it, but you are. So, Ben, would you please put your fingers here under your chin and grab your throat?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, put your head down. Put your head down. There you go. Say, hello, Chrissellene. My throat is closed and I'm choked.
Hello, Chrissellene. My throat is closed and I'm choked.
Now yes. Now you purposely contracted the muscles in your throat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now keep your fingers here. Now you're going to inhale and open it and go, hello, Chrissellene. My throat's too open.
Hello, Chrissellene. My throat's too open. I see.
Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling your brain, closed throat, too open.
Can you could you feel it, Ben? In your
I
throat?
could definitely feel I was like well, before it was like the hands were making the decision. This was like the throat being a muscle, being like, I can make noise.
Mm.
Yeah,
Exactly. It expanded.
Yeah.
Your turn, Tom. Hello,
Hey.
Chrissellene.
I will do it, but just quickly, I've just had a thought. Ben, you probably know where I'm going with this. Ben does. Do you know beatboxing, Chrissellene?
I think I'm about to learn.
Oh, you will learn, Ben. You need to do. I wanna know like what the throat is doing when you're beatboxing.
I think the throat.
I'd be interested to hear
When you were
Chrissellene's
saying it, I
analysis.
feel like I definitely have a lot more like the throat does
Because you probably got more control over the throat than most people.
So I feel like there is like a certain like.
Wow!
It's interesting a line,
That's
isn't it, between projecting, singing, and then relation to the throat? Because I feel like I have a lot more relation to that capacity without squeezing it. I like the amount of space that you have here, the amount of space you have in your mouth, the amount of space you're holding, but particularly in your throat, it's that almost pre-holder of capacity. It's not just in your mouth, but how much you're holding here.
It's
Yeah.
Ben,
Yeah.
Can you go back? Big breath and do it with a too open throat? Do the whole thing on an open throat.
What do you mean? What, the beatboxing on an open throat?
Yeah, the beatboxing on a too open throat. Yeah.
It's interesting because interestingly, it feels like I have to to some extent close it. Well, for that particular noise. So if I had to open,
Try. Yes, try. Try with
Interestingly, it's like a mix of I have to squeeze the throat because that's where the sound's coming from, and then also to open it at the same time. I didn't even know where it goes. It's hard to even think about it as it's happening. As you're saying, like vocalists struggle to understand. It is
Now, let me help you understand that the way you did it, if you had to do that over and over for many hours, you would do damage. So what you do is you practice on breathing with a too open throat just to practice those muscles. And then when you go to do it, I call you do it in the centered position, which is the real position. So when you learn, you go, let's say, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. But you're not going to perform that. You're going to go, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. So you're playing with the resonance and throat. But to practice, you stay over on the safe side because the throat constricts and strangles. And with age, you won't be able to do that. So that's why it's important that you practice. It's like going to the gym. You build your muscles so you can do all that. But that's really cool. Where do you do all that noise? Where do you do that?
It's so bizarre, isn't it?
Where do I do this noise? in the toilet, really.
Oh my God, that is so cool.
Anywhere that's got reasonable acoustics, I'll take it.
Tom, for fun, will you try? Say
Yeah,
hello.
yeah.
Chrissellene, my throat is closed.
Hello, Chrissellene, my throat is closed. I even put on an American accent for good effect.
And it went full on robotic. Actually, it was quite naturally came out.
Hey, is it? Am I right in thinking? Yeah, I think you mentioned to me before, Chrissellene, like the American accent is more closed, right?
Closed and nasally. Wait till we get to the soft palate.
Okay.
So now say, hello, my throat's too open.
Hello, my throat's too open.
Yes. Now you can feel the
Yeah,
expression.
you could. Yeah, I can feel it. Yeah, massively.
So, of course, the next command is something where you all are superior at, and that is where your soft palates are automatically up. And you see, you don't even know it. So the way I can talk with like you is I must lift my soft palate, or else I sound like this, and my soft palate's down.
Where is the soft palate?
Yeah.
On the roof.
Oh,
of
in
mouth.
your okay.
You know where the uvula, the dinghy, the thing that hangs down?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right
Okay.
in front of the dinghy is a very soft, cushiony piece of muscle. And that's the soft palate. And it goes up and down. So if you guys, okay, Ben, say, hi, my soft palate's down and I'm nasally.
I'm saying this from
Nasally, with your palate down.
hi, my soft palate's down. Hello.
To create that sound, you're physically dropping the soft palate. Now, you just do what you always do, but I'd like for you to exaggerate. Say, hello, I'm Ben and I come from England and my soft palate is up.
So I'm saying this.
Exaggerated you from England. From England. No, just
No, nasally.
My name's Benjamin. Welcome to Brighton.
Go ahead, Ben. No. Now you're doing Cockney accent. You have to do the Queen's English.
Oh, of course. Welcome. Welcome to Brighton.
But you see, this is hilarious. I've never taught people from England. And it's hilarious that you can't just go back to the way you normally speak and your soft palate goes up. You don't even know it.
I guess it's because it's like a natural thing. So when you're like trying to, when you're trying to do something, it's kind of like, it feels weird. Let me, like, so if I do, so wait, the soft palate up is like the nasally one, yeah?
No, the soft palate up is the way you all speak.
Oh, soft palate down is like the nasal thing. So it's like,
Yeah.
Okay.
hey, hi. Yeah, but
It's such a funny thing to think about.
yeah, but
I'm never going to speak to anyone the same way
right?
again.
It does, because if I try to do like an American accent, it does, like, it strains like I can feel it straining.
It goes a little bit more on the it goes a little bit under.
Yeah.
You're literally dropping your soft palate to sound like that. And you're literally lifting your soft palate to talk like you both do all day long. You have these beautiful English accents with no nasal sounds. The part that you have when you do the Cockney, that's when the throat closes and the palate
Yeah.
does.
Okay. Yeah. No, so it does have a bit of that, doesn't it?
Yes.
So yeah, interesting. So Cockney's actually, I guess, got a bit of like the soft palate down then.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're never
interesting.
going to listen to people the same again.
Yeah, we're gonna be like, sort out your soft palate.
Why are you speaking
Pick
like
your
that
soft
for? Put your soft palate. No, enough of that.
Sort your soft palate out.
Sort your soft palate out.
Oh my God, you're so nasally. Stop being so nasally.
So what is there a, like, where should the soft palate be, Chrissellene?
So I know your thumb is not clean. But if you want, go inside.
Mhm.
Go inside. Take your thumb and slide, hard palate, and then it's squishy, and then you're going to get.
It is squishy.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's
I don't
the
very
soft
often
palate.
do that.
That's the You will if you take lessons from
But
me.
now, now I know there's a very soft part in my mouth.
If you keep your thumb in there and you say ha, the soft palate will drop on your thumb.
Ha.
It actually makes me feel a little bit sick, actually, when I think about it. Yeah.
Say
You're right.
hot.
I should have cleaned my thumb.
Hot. Okay.
I take it all back. I did feel something
So to
happen.
answer your
That's my gag reflex.
to help you tone for clarity, when you touch the soft palate and it goes down, the air goes. It opens the hole to your nose, and all the air goes through your nose, so you get more nasally. When you hold the soft palate up, it closes the hole to the nose, so all the air comes out of your mouth, and you don't sound nasally anymore.
Okay. So you want it
Yeah.
and that's how you want it to be, right?
You don't want to sound like this. You
Yeah.
want to sound like this.
Okay, cool.
You can hear the difference, I hope.
So we don't need to worry about that then. We got that
worry
one
about
mastered.
your soft palate.
Yes.
If you sing happy,
Yes.
can you sing Happy Birthday?
We've
Tom,
got one command in the bag. The others
if
we're failing at, but we've got one in the bag.
If you sing Happy Birthday, everybody will hear how beautiful it is.
Oh God,
Sing.
yeah, no. When it comes to singing, happy birthday to you. Is my soft palate down?
Yes, it's already up.
It's already up, really. Because I can't help but feel like when a load of English people sing "Happy Birthday," no one's having a happy time. The person having it sung
true.
to, the person having it sung to, is like not happy about it. People singing it feel pretty awkward about it. No one's having. So I'm surprised at the soft palate. It's like you're doing great, everybody. Said no vocal teacher ever during a happy birthday. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, we ruined your hearing forever. I got it. So command 6 is your tongue.
Wait, what command are we on?
This is number 6. We're
Okay.
observing your tongue. Well, the tongue is that piece of meat inside. You have no idea ever what it's doing. It's sliding back. It's sliding up. It curls around. It does not stay where it's supposed to. Therefore, when you speak and or sing, you hear different sounds coming through a voice, inconsistent sounds, because the tongue slides back and interferes. So if this is my teeth, and this is my tongue, and this is my throat, my vocal folds live right inside here. So when the tongue goes back, it obstructs the vocal folds, chokes them, and you cough, you crack, or you have problems. So you have to always keep your tongue flat, wide, and forward, and behind the bottom teeth. Hardest thing you'll ever do, because that's not what it does. It just travels all over the place. And then the jaw. And who in the world pays attention to their jaw? I don't know anybody goes, oh, how's your jaw today? Nobody. But what happens is you protrude. We tend to do this to our jaws. And this deforms everything inside. Remember, all the work is in here. Your tongue, your soft palate, and your throat. All the work is inside. So if you pull your jaw, you deform it. So those 7, if you master those, you now can do what I call putting it all together. Well, what does that mean? Well, you have to center your voice. Remember, if I do twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. So I did both extremes, but I have to find the center. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. But to find the center placement of my voice, I do this extreme work.
So
When I was...
I'll just question on that, Chrissellene. Is this because when you were doing that, you kind of like had a more nasally voice, and then you when you say center, do you mean the center of the soft palate, or is that something different?
It's the authentic centered of your voice, your particular sound.
Yeah, because I was going to say, because I guess everyone's got their own like voice, right? Like, so.
Yeah, so if you go,
okay, so it's the center point for you as an individual, right, kind of thing. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
You have your own sound.
Yeah.
This does not change your sound. Yours is unique to you. It just shows you how to find it and make it optimal at all times. So I don't know any of you know singers, but their biggest mystery is how to sing high notes. They are scared out of their minds that they're going to crack. They strangle themselves. They go out of tune. So when I was reading, I was doing scientific research and I read the cricothyroid muscle stretches the vocal folds. What? The cricothyroid muscle stretches the vocal folds. Well, then say, hi, Chrissellene, in your voice. Just go, hi, Chrissellene.
Hi, Chrissellene.
Tom, say, hi, Chrissellene.
Hi, Chrissellene.
Oh, no, that wasn't high and excited. Be excited.
Oh, I thought you meant in my normal voice.
Say, hi, Chrissellene.
Hi, Chrissellene.
Okay. This is normal way you speak when you're excited to see somebody, okay? You have no idea what happened in there that allowed you to hit those notes. No idea. Nobody thinks this way. Well, I discovered the cricothyroid muscle is a muscle deep in the neck that stretches the vocal folds so you can go, just say hi. It just stretches them. I went, oh, what if I could make them do that for high notes? And of course, I discovered how to locate the cricothyroid at a point in everyone's range. It's called the D and E flat and E natural above middle C, where every voice cracks. Every voice can't get any higher. Every voice, I don't know if you guys sing, but you go up and then you have to flip into your girly voice or your head voice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, if I try and sing a high note, I naturally end up going nasally. It's like a weird thing.
Or do you go head voicey?
Girly head voice. Yeah,
maybe that's what I mean. Maybe it's like head voicey.
Yeah, it's more like a head. You don't stay in this edgy, masculine sounding voice. It flips into the...
Yeah.
Well, if you can locate the cricothyroid, you can keep your voice all the way up and down. It's incredible. I was jumping for joy when I discovered that.
Interesting.
Yes.
So as in you can still hit those extreme high notes without the head voice?
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because and not that there's anything bad about the head voice, but that's it. That's not to diss it or anything, but that's interesting. Yeah. Because that's not really something I thought about. I've never had a singing teacher, so that's interesting. Because I probably would naturally also go to the head voice up past a certain point.
Right. And in every voice, I always analyze it that like we have joints. There's joints in our voice, in our larynx. And if we don't tilt to stretch the vocal folds, you can't sing high notes. So if I were to go, I'm going to do it wrong. Ha, I grew it wrong. Ha, I won't go any higher. It's stuck. It just won't go any higher. But if I tilt at the same place, I stretch the vocal folds so I could go high. It's the coolest thing in the world. I can't wait to tell the world about it because nobody will be afraid of high. You won't be afraid of high notes anymore. You'll know exactly how to get it.
I do want full access to those high notes as well. I don't know why.
What?
But when I know that I can do them like that, I'll use them.
Exactly. You can't wait. And you know what's very interesting is when you hear young singers, they have no idea how they're doing that. Because yours truly was singing like that, had no idea. And then one day it doesn't do it. And then you run to the doctor. And you go like, I'm cracking. I don't know what's wrong. And what's happened is, of course, you didn't utilize the proper muscles. Your throat closed, your palate dropped. You couldn't stretch the vocal folds. So your high notes are gone. With this stuff, you can't go wrong even at this old lady age. That's what's so exciting. There is no age on this, by the way. So then, guess what? Every person wants to belt. Do you know what belting means?
What belting is it?
Going for it.
Yeah,
belt, low notes.
Oh no,
low notes.
Like I think like in as a British expression, belting is like
British.
Just shouting something. Yeah. It's like
really
belting
going
something
for it.
out is when you're really going for something.
No, you go for it. You belt.
Okay,
it's
cool.
Style. It's also a style in pop, rock, musical theater.
Yeah. So I guess
I
that's
see.
right.
It probably comes from that.
Yeah. In the classical world, it's called chest voice or belt voice. What it is instead of doing it wrong, there's nothing going on. I will now engage what's called the thyroid muscle that helps you to belt. Isn't that the coolest thing? And all I did was engage a muscle. Now I can belt down here. I can
that's like your
here.
projection almost, right?
Yes, I can project my voice instead of staying in the weakness. So the thyroid muscle, oh my gosh, when you locate it, shortens the vocal folds and allows you to project. Very cool. Woo! Yeah. Everybody wants to belt.
I think I was going to say I think the belting thing is something that, you know, we were talking earlier about how many different people can use this, like that especially. I think the ability to project your voice is such an important. Yeah, I know so many people where they speak so quietly, and you're kind of like, what are you? And you can't take them seriously. You know, they might be really nice people, but it's very difficult for anyone to take them seriously when they're just like, hello, and they can't project. It's like, how are you going to get by in life when you can't, you know, communicate and project properly? It's such an important.
Yes. And what happens over time is your muscles atrophy. And you speak softer and softer, and they get atrophy because you're not building them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, some people can really, like, some people have got such loud voices.
They really do. And but it's amazing, isn't it? It's also that balance where it's like loud, but you're also sort of, you're not shouting. Like that's
what I mean. It's like
voice sounds almost like
it's not forced.
It's regular conversation, but it's like it's powerful. Like, and that is like a kind of vocal teaching that everyone can kind of is handy to everyone.
Yeah, so that's the most popular one. Is after you do the 7 commands, they want to learn how to belt, because without the 7 commands, none of these are going to be very powerful. And then after you learn then there's vowels and consonants. Well, I want you to know that your instrument by nature forms vowels in the back of the tongue. And that deforms all vocal production, whether you're speaking or singing. So we have to learn how to make the vowels form in the front middle of the tongue. So if the wrong way is the correct way is you heard how fuzzy it was when the tongue was back there, and then how clear it got. But training the front middle of the tongue is not natural. So it requires a lot of work. And then your consonants, they're formed back here. Voice, B, D, grab. We have to learn how to form in the front tip and lips to get everything out of here. And you just went through the whole system. And now if you can master them, you'll be amazing. But you see, the way I got this way, I had a doctor walk in here. He says, my dream is to sing Ave Maria in church. I went, okay, we can do this. Well, he was so fascinated at this. He said, Chrissellene, you're going to need some proof. I think you've got something here. And I'm going, okay. He goes, I'm going to get you an MRI and a fiber optic laryngeal. I'm going, what? He goes, it's a magnetic resonance imagery machine. Yes. and it goes through, and you can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt what you're saying to everybody. I went, okay, I'm there. Let's go. Then he took me and I got a fiber optic laryngoscope, which is a camera goes down your nose. And I have all this proof. And, oh, by the way, and that's why the online course is coming and the book is coming. I thought I'd throw that in for a second. And we're calling it Build Your Voice and Build Your Confidence, because I want everyone to be able to see the anatomy, the MRIs, the fiber ops, to see beyond a shadow of a doubt. This is not a method. This is scientifically proven. And that's what's so exciting about all this for me is, woohoo, I can help a lot of people who otherwise make believe, hand me down, heuristic, imagine yourself floating on a cloud, people will now have something they can grasp in order to teach correctly.
Because I guess it's like you were saying earlier, right, Chrissellene, of like, even when you were going to these prestigious, colleges, or what do you call them? Sorry, the conservatories, and universities and things like that. Like they don't know this stuff, right? And whilst they might be able to teach you how to like tune your voice into sing, they can't teach you how to actually like do it in a way that is going to support your voice in the long term. And that's why most like singers or Broadway musicians or actors or whatever end up like losing their voice,
That is correct. And these commands will keep you out of doctors' offices. They'll keep you away from getting nodes. Nodes and polyps are something that very famous singers have gotten. What they are is calluses on the vocal folds from banging them together so much.
Yeah.
And then they get that raspy sound, when they speak and sing. And surgery is detrimental because if you hit a nerve, the vocal folds no longer can function for you. And many singers have destroyed their voices not knowing any better. Yep. And you see, after you build all, the second part of what I learned is when I was at the Vienna State Opera in Austria and I was being criticized. I took everything and everyone personally. You can't sing this. You can't do that. This is not correct. You must do this again. Oh, no. And I froze. And I took it so personally. And my emotions started to interfere. And they were messing me up because, I wanted to be right. I wanted to prove I'm good. I was falling apart. Well, I was stationed and contracted at the Vienna State Opera. This is the greatest opera house of the world. And yours truly didn't like it there. I couldn't do anything right. I wanted to come home. So I called my parents. I want to come home. I've had enough. I can't do anything right. They don't know who I am. They don't know my principles, morals, values, ethics. They don't know if I have a dog, a cat, or if I love feta cheese. They know nothing. And then it hit. What did I just say? I just said, they don't know who I am. Well, if they don't know who I am, why am I so upset with all this criticism? And that's when my whole life changed. I figured out they don't know who I am. What are they doing? They're criticizing what I do. Well, what's that? Nothing but a skill, a major skill, a voice, an acting. And then I expanded it to cooking, driving a car. Oh my gosh, being on a podcast. Oh my God, everything we do. They're nothing but skills. They aren't who we are. So why in the world are we so defensive, self-justifying, upset all the time? Just because somebody says something you don't like. So I started building a new process on how to stop taking people personally, how to acknowledge that you are taking it personally, how you can tell your emotions are interfering. And by the way, with all that education I had and all the education y'all have, you have done nothing to train and educate your emotions. What have you been doing to pay attention to these guys they're raising havoc and getting in your face? They make you angry. They upset you. Why? It's because we've never educated and trained them. So the second part of what I teach is the ability, I call it the performance mode mindset. This performance mode mindset puts you in a state of mind where you can accept all criticism, you don't take anything personally, you find solutions, and you never get offended. Do you know how freeing that is? Not only is that freeing to your emotional state, but think about your voice. It sits inside all these emotions that is upsetting, and I'm pissed off and I'm angry, and they're reacting the whole time. So imagine if you can control those emotions, your poor voice has a chance to have a 100-year career. And that's why I'm so grateful that you guys are on here. By the way, am I allowed to thank you, Tom, for taking me on?
Of course.
Ooh. So, Elevate Digital. Tom and Jade have been my heroes, Ben. They have been my absolute heroes. They've put up with me. I'm a grandma. They talk computer talk. I have no idea what they're talking about.
I don't know what they're talking about either.
Excruciating. They have this patience to put up with me and to help me with my life's journey. I don't know how to jump in there and hug you, and I'm just so grateful to you guys.
Thank you.
We're going to show the world how to build your confidence and build your voices. So you guys got any questions now?
I think one thing I do just want to touch on, especially with the performance mode as well, is like, it is crazy how, I mean, we've kind of, I think we talked about this on a previous episode, right, Ben, about like how it's just crazy that thing, like emotional intelligence even isn't taught in school, like managing your emotions and like it should be just such a fundamental skill that is being taught.
Thing that's always there behind every subject is your like relationship with it.
The biggest thing.
So you could learn a great subject and have this negative mindset, and it might just turn into a negative perception of it. Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Tom,
so crazy.
If I were to say to you, and I want you to get defensive, your hair looks terrible. Get defensive. What do you feel when you hear that?
I feel absolutely heartbroken, and I think you're very, very rude, Chrissellene.
Exactly.
I'm very tempted to end this podcast right now because I'm so flippin' angry.
Exactly.
That does not come natural to me at all. You can probably
that's really
tell.
interesting though. Like I really think about that, and just in terms of like the way that I work in a coffee shop, and my exchanges with customers, they're quick, next, and I'm dealing with all those emotional exchanges. I deal with people that they come forward and they're uncomfortable because I don't know, they're interacting with someone that they don't know yet, and it's an interesting kind of mirroring, if you offer someone a certain kind of confidence in your voice, they might even offer that back to you, a certain kind of, because we do mirror each other. There is just something like it really is something to think about in terms of the way that I speak to people, in terms of that emotional relation to the voice, or thinking about it as emotional relation to the voice and not just necessarily a natural projection. It's something underlying, which is crazy interesting.
But if I say to Tom, I love your hair, you look great. Now what is the emotion you have, Tom?
I think you're being sarcastic.
You're like, I still haven't forgiven you for the first time.
Yeah, you're just being really rude, Chrissellene.
You're like, I get it.
Try to delete the first time. Get out of your narcissism.
Thank you so much. I put a lot of work into my hair, so I appreciate you recognizing it.
So the point of the exercise is you are taking both personally. That's all that is.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I'm trying
yeah,
to show you that your emotions, they're telling you how to feel, how to think, how to be. Well, that doesn't work if you want to perform or if you want to listen to anybody you don't agree with. You get upset. So if I said, Ben, why in the world would you wear a hat inside? He can either go, I wear what I want, or he can go, thank you for noticing. Yes, I am wearing a hat inside. The two.
That is my usual response to an insult.
Yeah. But
Thank
see,
you.
the whole point is if you don't feel insulted and you don't allow that person to control you, then you don't choke to death. I focused on singing. You can focus on your life. But I know that if I get offended, I immediately get choked, cry, frustrated. How in the world can you sing when you're choking yourself? You can't. You just can't get out there. So let alone in life. So from now on, I'm hoping you are not easily offended. Just go, thank you for telling me. Thank you for noticing. Thank you for letting me know. And what that does is it shields you and stops you from your initial defensive reacting.
Yeah. It's like that.
Confidence.
There's that saying, isn't there? That expression of like, you know, the only person you're like, whenever you're angry or hurt or annoyed with someone, the only person you'll really end up hurting is yourself. Like, like, why would you put yourself through, like, you know, mentally in your, you know, if you're, to your point earlier, Chrissellene, if you're doing a performance, you're going to end up then just ruining that you're doing yourself no favors by being annoyed at someone else. You might think you're like getting justice, but you're not, because you're just shooting yourself in the foot at the same time. Like, what's the point? It's
but it's also something about language, isn't it? It's like there's the subject matter, and then there's like that other conversation which is going on, being able to read someone's tone and those sensitivities. Like, that's the underlying. You could be totally sarcastic. I could say the opposite thing, but you might be able to read that I'm saying the other thing by that sensitivity, by that emotion. You know, there's a reason that language happens at the same time, isn't there? Like that, our emotional state in relation to the words. The words don't necessarily mean that much if you're able to read those sensitive emotions.
Right. So if I say I love you, you're going to have a spaz attack because that doesn't sound right. So you have to go, I love you. Ooh. So why don't let your emotions control you. See, that's chapter 13 in this wonderful online course. It's like an epic novel. I can't stop talking about how to help everybody to watch how your emotions, how they interfere, how they control you. You getting insulted is your emotions controlling you. It's not you. It's your emotions. You know those little inner voices inside? They tell you, be upset, be angry. Well, why are you listening to them? You should go, why should I get angry? That doesn't make sense. You know that inner voice that says speed on the highway? Why are you listening to that emotion telling you to speed on the highway? So all the exercises I give people is, why don't you hear that inner voice and talk to it instead of obey it? Talk to it. Ask yourself, why am I upset? Why am I offended? Why is that bothering you? Because then you become so dysfunctional all day long, being offended and taking things personally and being upset. By the way, Tom, do you know what it means to wrap your identity around something?
Oh, yeah, for sure. 100%.
Well, we singers are famous for wrapping our identity around something ridiculous like a voice. I suggest that we stop wrapping our identity around what we do. Your identity is who you are. It's your principles, morals, values, ethics. Remember? Love feta cheese, whatever that is. That's really who you are. That's your pillar. But over here, it's nothing but your skills. Nothing. And when you can separate the two, you really learn how to not personalize everything. Because they're just criticizing how you cook. They're not criticizing that they don't like you. They said they don't like your chicken. It's not cooked enough. So why get upset and just say, okay, I'll stick them in the oven again. Instead of this drama. You don't like me? You think I'm a terrible cook? How dare you?
You can be upset when someone undercooks chicken, though. It can lead to Could lead to some serious problems. By the way,
Ben, tell me.
You haven't cooked this.
Ben, tell me, what do you take personally?
What do I take personally? Wow, that's a wild question. What do I take personally? Is in what would offend me?
Yes. When you get defensive or angry or frustrated, what does that to you? Do you know?
I don't really know. I guess what would offend me is bizarrely something that's like I don't understand yet within myself. Does that make sense? So if someone says something and I don't get that side, that's why I'd be offended, because I don't understand it, and they've confronted something that I don't fully grasp. Does that make sense?
Yes. Why is that? Because you don't like to not know. You don't like to be vulnerable. You don't like to appear like you are not.
I get.
Hard.
Yeah, I don't really know. I guess it's the sensitivity of. I guess it's the vulnerability of a part of yourself that's exposed that you don't know about yet. Or
exactly right. That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
And when you build some confidence, that won't bother you anymore, because you'll just go, I have not a clue. Can you tell me? Oh, I'm really not following you. Can you please explain that further? Mm-hmm. It's okay. It's okay not to know.
Yeah, absolutely.
You see, so it's easier not to hide and be afraid. You know, a lot of singers are afraid, very afraid, when a conductor tells them they must sing a big, and you don't understand a word they're saying. Mm-hmm. Why not have the courage to go, excuse me, can you please explain that, because I didn't get it? We don't want to, because we appear stupid. We appear like we're dumb or we don't know. Well, a confident person goes, clueless, please repeat, I didn't get it. And you don't worry what they're thinking. You worry that you get it. Tom, what do you take personally? Do you take me personally? I try so hard to provoke you. Am I failing?
No. It is a good question, though.
It is a really good question. I mean,
it's a great
me
question.
And Ben are probably quite, because we do take very few things personally. I think for me, like the biggest things that I would take personally, similar to what Ben's saying, actually, it would be, I think something where, maybe if I know that I have, or I'm not kind of aware of a certain thing, because again, I have that feeling of like, I want to, it comes down to identity, I think, Christine. It's like you mentioned earlier, right? Like I have this identity of being someone who is quite self-aware and in control of my emotions. So I think if somebody touched on something that I wasn't aware of, that makes me feel very vulnerable, because it's like, oh, what's this? This is something that I'm not aware of. And that I can, that I would probably then take personally, I think. So it's probably a similar answer to what Ben said, I think.
Can you cite an example? All you people talk funny, right?
Yeah, that wouldn't
funny.
really offend me at all. Like I'd find that quite funny. Yeah, it's just that's just true. Like I like, and I really like having a laugh at myself anyway. So I kind of just if you insult me, I just laugh it off.
I'm like, it doesn't bother me at all. I'll probably add to the
Exactly. It's more
absolutely. I love that.
Trying to think of an example.
Everybody has buttons.
A really good example. So I can always think, like when me and Jane argue, right? Like I can always think of the best examples where Jane will say something about me not being understanding. I like to think I'm so it's an identity thing as well, right? Like I like to think I'm a very compassionate and understanding person. And if she says like, oh, you're just not compassionate, you don't understand, that will really trigger me, because that's in challenging my identity. But then I think, to your point, Chrissellene, it's probably because I'm questioning myself of like, am I compassionate though. Maybe I'm not understanding. Maybe, and that's then what would trigger me. Is that a good example?
I have one. Yes. Jane, when she says that to you, is not saying anything about you. She's telling you her opinion.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily make it true, because when Chrissellene deals with Jane, I would say to Jane, I have a problem understanding you. Because she's the geeky, nerdy one, and you're the right brain, emotional one.
Yeah.
So you see, when you're accused of something, you need to see where they're coming from. Is she not a left brain, nerdy, geeky, intellectual thing?
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
that's why it's been like, Jane and I working together over these past few years has been such a blessing, because it has like, we've almost like had to go through our own little performance mode, just dealing with each other, and like getting to know each other and being like, oh, like that wasn't actually like, I didn't mean to like, upset you or anything. It was just, this. And yes,
but
has
you
been.
See, you're both personalizing one another's comments. That's all it is.
For sure.
It's all it is. You're just taking it personally. The most wonderful relationships are those where you're free to say something and you don't get offended. You're free to speak your piece and the other person doesn't get defensive and angry and argumentative. But curiosity may stall in your brains. Start getting curious when somebody accuses you of something, and be curious why they think that. And that calms you down from getting defensive. And then you see you got some self-doubt. No. You already know you're a wonderful person who knows how to communicate wonderfully. If somebody says you can't, you want to be curious why they think that. Not that you immediately think they're right. Now, you might be curious. Then you might learn something. I don't know. You got the audition with me because you were crystal clear. Remember when we auditioned one another 100 years ago? You were crystal clear and you understood performance mode. Absolute right on. And you immediately told me, well, my supervisor. And I said, your supervisor is telling them what they are thinking. They're not telling anything about you. And you went, oh, new perspective. It's like you deal with customers all day long. Ben, oh my gosh, I don't know if you have hair under there, but your hair should be curling from all the customers.
Not a single bit of hair. Just the way I like it.
Oh, we don't have hair.
Because
Imagine if it was all those customers there, freshly shaved. They'd be afro.
Oh, look at you! But do you understand what I mean? But you dealing with all those customers, if you take it personally, you'll go crazy. You can, you will.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, you just put
yeah. Absolutely. That emotional exchange. I mean, like when I have a good day as well, it's like that's riding the wave. It's because it's like it's a community job. That's really what you do. And if you can like leave people, like you want to leave feeling better, right? You want that exchange to be like where like you want to be able to kind of read quickly whether someone wants to have an in-depth conversation. And you want to tell that quickly, you know. I mean, you can try it, but maybe some people don't want to have a conversation; they just want to get a coffee. And that is the art: learning to exchange like that, learning to have the conversation, learning to leave people feeling that they gain something out of the exchange. Because you're passing on a part of yourself, absolutely. It's part of you. They go on and they have a conversation with the next person, and maybe your enthusiasm goes on to someone else.
That's right. Absolutely bloody. What did you call it? Absolutely.
Absolutely. You can keep that. That's a good one to practice. Absolutely.
And that is actually the Queen's English.
Absolutely.
Next time you get a difficult customer, just put on your performance mode hat, smile and nod, and wish them a wonderful day.
Smile and wave, boys.
Smile and wave, boys.
Smile and wave.
Hey, Chrissellene, a question for you to finish. Do you think anyone? Okay, well, this is a subjective question. What is it that makes a good singer? Like, surely not everyone can be a good singer, right? You mentioned, we talked earlier about like everyone's got a different voice. So I suppose, like, would it be fair to say that everyone can maybe create like a powerful voice, but not everyone necessarily can be a singer, right? Surely.
Oh, I see.
Does that make sense?
The essence of a beautiful singer is not the size of the voice. It's how you use your voice to express the meaning of the words in music.
That's an interesting definition. That makes a lot of sense.
I think that's a great expression of it, to be honest. Watching a lot of live artists.
If you're just singing to sing and listen to yourself and see how wonderful I am, you're not going to be very good. But if you really understand the meaning of every word in the lyrics and the poem of your song, then you're using the music and the voice to express those words. You're very powerful.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point, because I suppose when you think of like some of the singers who have become very successful, like not all of them are great singers, but they understand. Yeah, it's actually a really interesting
how to
point.
Execute.
Yeah. So it's not necessarily about having a beautiful voice.
But the goal isn't me. The goal is, how do I communicate the composer's music to you? I didn't write it. So my job is nothing but I'm nothing. I'm just the thing that communicates the essence of the words with music. And when I can touch you with that, I've done my job.
Wow.
It's not about impressing. It's not about any of that. It's about the focus. And I try to tell the singer, if you're focusing on accolades and how wonderful, I love your wonderful voice, forget it. You're never going to be powerful. The powerhouse comes in you focusing on the meaning of the words and thanking the composer who gave you the melodies to communicate the meaning of the words. That's what it's all about.
Makes a lot of sense. That's really cool.
Love it.
I like that a lot.
That is really cool.
Thank you so much, Chrissellene. This has been awesome. So thank you so much for coming on.
I'm so grateful. Big green hugs, Ben. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, well, a pleasure. I've learned a lot. I'm gonna keep it with me. I'm gonna tell those customers.
I want you two to go around talking with a too open throat, okay, when nobody's listening.
Only if no one wants to hear us.
We are definitely going to be like judging everyone's soft palate. No, just like in data. That's going to become the new thing.
Because it stays with you when someone says something like that, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, you can go to parties when everyone's, you know what, and
when you diss someone's soft palate, they'll be sulking about that all night.
Yeah.
How's your soft palate doing today?
Don't talk about my soft palate.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, guys. It's been super fun.